Taylor, thank you so much for jumping on the mic with Michele this morning. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I was just talking to Susan and I was telling her that I needed to make sure like my energy level was up because I was meeting with you and you're high energy.
Well, I think we both are, considering we always text so early with each other and, get things rolling.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's good to start the day off positive like this, when we talk with each other and we're talking about goals and we're talking about scorecards and things like that. I think it's a very good thing.
Oh my gosh, I so appreciate you reminding me always to send the stuff to you.
Well, it's my
It's
pleasure.
helpful. It really is helpful.
And I'm not even your coach. It's just this is what I do. Right.
Yeah.
And you've asked me to do something for you, such as this.
Well, I think during our breakup, that's what we'll call it, that like we all miss that, right? Like, so there's so many of us that were like, man, like we really crave that like push from you that you give.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much.
I didn't know what else to call it.
Yeah, it is what it is, right? We all end up where we're supposed to end up. Let's just
Yeah, for sure.
right? Yeah, it's all good. So Taylor, let's talk about you. How long you been with KW?
8 years, going on 8 years. Yeah.
Okay, honestly, I think Chris and I and your dad raised you. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I've never been anywhere different, so I don't know anywhere different.
Right.
But I can't imagine being anywhere different. Now I'm at my third KW office, but only like for personal reasons, like being closer to my house or whatever the case may be. Have I thought about leaving to another office? At certain points when I would like get mad at you for pushing me, then I would be like, I'm gonna talk to another office. But then at the end of the day, it's like, oh my gosh, you're doing that to make me a better agent, right? And so it just didn't never made sense. And I don't think I ever could. You just do things when you're mad and then you're like, okay.
Yeah. Just
Okay,
take
I'm back to
showers and I'll
reality.
calm down. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I love it. And I'll never forget that day too when that happened.
Oh my
I was in Murphy's with a friend of mine and you called and I'm like, okay, call me back in 15 minutes and get over it.
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
yeah, yeah.
Who wants to hear that, right?
And I think that that's like what I need too. That's very much how my husband is with me too. Like I just need to, okay, I'm just moving on now. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not gonna take my bullshit, for lack of a better word.
You're so funny. Awesome. So, okay, you started off on a team.
Yep. I was on my dad's team for 16, 17, 18, probably 3 years. So my first year, I started in August and I think I closed 9 deals that year. And then my second year, I think I closed 17 if I'm remembering right.
Wow.
And then my third year, it was almost like I sat down with my dad and I'm like, okay, I am now like it's costing me more to stay on your team than it is if I were to go out on my own and be a solo agent and just pay KW directly as a solo agent. And so we had this like conversation. He's like, I'm never going to be mad at you. Like you're growing. And
Right.
so then I was like, okay, it's time for me to transition to a solo agent. And it was scary.
Top 1%.
Yeah, I mean, it was scary. It was scary in the beginning. I think because then I was finding my own leads, right? Versus my first 3 years with my dad, he helped with leads and teaching me all the things, open houses and all the things that we do to get leads.
What is your number one lead source now?
Agent to agent referral.
Agent to agent referral. Let's talk about that. That's huge. That means you have relationships with other agents in KW all over the world.
Yeah, 56% of my business this year, so far is agent to agent referral. I think that's up a little bit from last year. I don't have my numbers in front of me. Um, but yeah, 56% of my business this year is from agent to agent referral and just making those relationships, right?
So tell me more about that. Like, where does this happen? Is it social media? Is it the events or?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of all of that. Social media for sure. Family reunion is a big one. And then lately we've been like picking a place and meeting. I feel like I like small group settings better than like sometimes it's really hard to dive deep into business in a large group, right? So it's
Right.
easier for like me and you to have a conversation about business than it is for 30 people to all have a conversation. Like your takeaway is going to be more when it's a smaller group. So like a few weeks ago, 6 of us met up in Sonoma.
Oh, I saw that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's
It
so
was really
awesome.
fun and I think it recharged all of us to know like we're all going through the
And it's
same.
agents from like 3 hours away or even
Yeah.
before, right? And so it's not like,
And then our friend flew in from Chattanooga too, so that was
oh,
fun. We
and
said that she was acting like a California agent for the week.
oh, that's so cool. How did you get to know that person? Was it like an event? Because something that I really love about you is you
Yeah,
take advantage of the events that we have. You
yeah,
don't hang out with us.
no,
You go and you
sorry.
meet other people, right? I know you love me. I mean,
Yeah,
come,
yeah,
but you are smart. You're very strategic. You go
yeah,
and have dinner with other agents from other market centers.
yeah. And so actually, like, this is really cool. This year I didn't go to very many like of the classes at family reunion because it's like
Mhm.
I'm gonna have lunch with these people and then I'm gonna have lunch with these
Right.
people or whatever the case. But I went to a few classes, and so one of the classes that I went to was it was a class for solo agents, and I met a girl in there from Oregon, and I actually like I didn't know her well. We just had a casual conversation in that class, and I just closed a referral for her. And so just those little relationships are really cool.
So, okay, you and I are at an event, we meet. How do you cultivate me? So I'll give you the referral. Do you?
Social. Yeah, like adding people on social media and then staying in touch with them that way. And just reaching out and asking about what's going on in their market and just being normal. Like we're all humans is too, and we all have lives outside of real estate too. And so I feel like that goes a long way too, just like being someone's friend.
Most definitely. So
Yeah.
you're building a relationship.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you send them a card or anything like that after you?
I probably should be better about that, because I know that I've received a few cards from people over time. But like my referral partners that I really like, I know really support my business and I support theirs. Like, yes, we definitely there's gifts received and things that are sent out throughout the year.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
just
so
to stay top of mind. I just went to my post office yesterday and I had two one card and one postcard from two different agents just like saying thank you for being a part of my world, right?
isn't that neat? I
Mhm.
love that. And honestly, where you're at, you could probably do 3 to 4 deals at a great sales price and you're capped.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to think about it. Yeah.
Maybe 5 for you.
Yeah, maybe
Four to-
5.
Yeah, 4 to
Yeah.
5, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not even something that you're generating. Well, you're generating and you're cultivating the referral, right? Because you're cultivating that agent and building that relationship. But
Right.
it's not coming from your immediate sphere of influence, right?
Right. And I think like the relationship aspect of it is so important because then like if someone else in their office is asking for someone in the area, then they're making that connection. Like I connect people all the time from like our office. I'm kind of like people come to me for other areas. They just
Right.
know to like ask me. And so then I'm able to like make that connection. So the relationships are just so important because when you know people and you make those relationships, then people start to notice and then you can make more connections that way.
Love it. I love it. Okay, let's talk about leverage.
Oh goodness. Okay. What do you
So
want to
you,
know?
so you have a VA.
I do. He's awesome. Yeah, he's going into his second month right now. So we're a new relationship and he's doing awesome.
So Andy, what does he do for you?
Oh my gosh, what doesn't he do? Right now,
Everything technology.
yeah, right now he's building out my operations manual and implementing all the systems like into command, which is pretty cool.
That is great. And he meets with the MCTT.
Yep, he meets with a training person. Actually, today he's hopping on a Zoom call with someone from Corfact, just because like I was having a problem and I'm like, hey, like, can you figure this out? So he like anywhere, like
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Awesome. That is
Yeah,
so awesome. So would you recommend a VA?
yeah. I mean, I feel like uh, we live in California, and so I feel like virtual is the way to go.
Yeah.
Uh, um like I think I don't know if I'll ever I can never say never, but I don't know that I'll hire anyone in person because virtual can be done so much and there's not that much like I guess running lock boxes, but I think you can always get somebody to help you out if you're in a bind, you know.
Well, that's what I love about the group chat that we're
Yeah.
all in.
Mhm.
Everybody supports each other, and that's one thing with what I've learned about Keller Williams is together everyone achieves more. Everybody helps each other.
Yeah.
It comes with abundance rather than scarcity.
Yeah, whether it be a showing or putting
Yeah.
on a lockbox or helping with a final walkthrough. I think I seen that recently. Um, yeah, I think we're all like, hey, I don't mind doing this for you because I know that one day you'll help me type
Right,
of mentality.
right.
Yeah.
So tell me, why KW?
I mean, for me, like it's all I've ever known and I'm a creature of habit. Um, and um it's definitely the relationships. I don't think I could ever walk away from all the relationships. I mean, I think people would still love me if I was somewhere else, but I just see the value in it, right?
And when you say
And
relationship,
oh yeah, I guess it's important to mention like I am constantly getting calls or emails from people like that are finding me on command. We talked about that a little bit. Uh,
yeah.
um, and so like yesterday I got a listing referral call for a property in Modesto. And when I asked how they found me, they said command. And I was like, oh, it
So
works.
it's good to have everything on command and have everything updated,
Yeah.
right? I mean, a lot of people, I don't get it,
Yeah.
because look at we could cap on just that. It's
Right.
crazy, yeah,
Right. And actually I don't think that like I think if you're doing a solid amount of business, I don't think that our cap is so reasonable.
right.
Yeah, like I feel like our cap is so reasonable. Like it's just because I told you when I was mad at you, I talked to some other places
Yeah,
and we were like the most that we made the most sense for
right.
if you're doing a good amount of business. Just yeah. Because
Yeah,
both cap and royalty have caps, which is great.
yeah, I totally agree. I love how you keep throwing that in, right? I had a maps coach who got me to black belt, and I
Mhm.
must have fired him 4 times that year. And I called maps. I'm like, just kidding. This really pissed me off again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because it's like, who do you think you are holding me accountable like that? You know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I mean I could definitely I think we could all there's all things that we can improve on. I could definitely be better about tracking. which you're you're helping with. I get distracted and then I'm like, how do people like write all this stuff down? But I understand and I see the value in it.
Right.
Like
Right.
now, like I'm able to see like by looking at my numbers, that like with the leverage that I have, my comfort level is 4 units a month, like 4 closing a month, and I'm still able to actively lead generate and still be like feel good. But anything over 4 that I'm closing in 1 month, then my lead generation tends to drop. So like I feel like that's good for me to know. So then I know if I want to be doing more than 4, I need to make sure that I'm leveraging all the things that I shouldn't be doing, right?
I absolutely love that you do know your numbers. You're not giving yourself credit. I mean, because you know your numbers.
Yeah,
You have high accountability on yourself,
yeah,
right? Which
yeah,
I think that is amazing. I love how you have all these different scorecards. You have been sending me your scorecard for years, right?
yeah,
And obviously when something happened, right? The shift happened in our world.
yeah,
It was difficult for you to stop, but I'm
right.
so glad you didn't,
Yeah,
because I'm your biggest cheerleader. I've always have been and always will,
yeah,
right? And well, besides your dad, but
yeah.
whatever,
He
you
is.
know. I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to jump on the mic with Michele. But if
Yeah.
there was just one thing that you would want to, well, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions. This one is, if there was one thing that you would tell somebody who is in business right now in real estate,
Mhm.
and you want to say, make sure you do this, what would that be?
Make sure you do this. Um, can I say CYA? I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Totally. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Make sure you do that. I think I actually the other day when I was in the Patterson office, someone asked me that. And I think like building out your systems and growing your database from the beginning, like instead of being like me and like working backwards, trying to get all of that squared away. I
Right.
think building out your systems, even though it's timely and it takes time, but like going step by step and making a system so that, and thinking about it from a standpoint of, um, would someone who doesn't know understand this? Would someone who doesn't know our business understand this if they were to go through this checklist, right?
Right.
Um, I think that is value for new agents, like to take the time to do that so
Mm-hmm.
that they understand too, if that's their second deal and then now they've created this checklist for themselves, and then so that on the third one they don't have to ask anyone, they have this checklist that they can go down.
Right.
And they have support too, right? But I think building out your database and your systems from the beginning.
I love that. I love that. Okay. I am interviewing with KW. What is the main thing that you think that would change me to go, I am going with KW?
I think the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the culture of we all help each other, and there's never like we all share. I think I posted a like story on Instagram yesterday of like envelopes. It was just envelopes,
Yeah.
like a golden letter that I was sending out to a neighborhood. And
Mm-hmm.
I think I had 4 or 5 agents message me, and not even from our brokerage. A couple were
Right.
from our brokerage, but other brokerages too, just saying, "Hey, can you share a copy of what your letter says?" And like, it's never a problem. I mean, there's enough business for everyone
Right.
to go around. So
Right.
I just think that like mindset, because I think we all have that mindset of sharing. I had a couple agents ask me for my listing presentation this week. Um, and so, yeah, I think just that makes all the difference because there's a lot of brokerages that are not like that.
No.
Yeah.
No. I remember when Suzanne said to me, yeah, they all help each other. This is 14 years ago. And I'm like, "No, what? This is real
Yeah.
estate. What are you talking about?" I said, I don't think so. And boy, was that a pleasant surprise too.
Yeah.
I remember going to Bold and seeing people share stuff. When I went to Bold, I hadn't even signed on the line yet. The Bold instructor said, bring a thumb drive in. That was way back when we used thumb drive, and he downloaded everything he did as a team leader on that thumb drive. I'm like, who does that?
Yeah.
That was amazing. It was
Yeah.
overwhelming to get that thumb drive, I'll have to say,
Yeah.
but amazing at the same time.
Yeah. I think I still have my Bolt thumb drive.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Taylor, I love you and I
Love you
appreciate
too.
you.
Me too. Me too.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for jumping on the mic.
Have a good
Bye.
day. Bye.